Welcome back. Differences between two of the most prominent members of the disbanded Team Anna, Arvind Kejriwal and Kiran Bedi, seem to be out in the open. After giving yesterday's protest a skip, Ms. Bedi explained why she did not agree with Mr. Kejriwal.
Arvind's perspective has been, or the Arvind and his team's perspective has been, attack all. My view has been, keep the focus. Keep the focus on the ruling party, which has a responsibility to give this country a proper criminal justice system, which it has not shown so far. Keep on focus. Now, when I say be on focus, that doesn't mean I'm aligned with other parties. I'm just talking about the focus. Obviously, other parties, majority being the BJP, that doesn't mean I'm on the bandwagon of BJP. I'm a neutral voice. I'm talking and promoting neutrality. I'm saying focus on the prime accused. And the prime accused of all scams is the ruling party, which is the Congress party. So therefore, that's a difference in perspective. I don't know why Arvind spread it all over, but I respect his view. He respected my view, and we exchanged a mutually respective message. So that's why I decided that when I can't be part of that perspective, and I can't be part of that, I decided to quietly remain outside.
Moving on, the Department of Telecommunications issued a memorandum on the auction of the 2G scam, with Delhi being the most expensive at a reserve price of around 693 crore rupees per 1.25 megahertz. The price for Mumbai is the second highest at 678 crore rupees. Jammu and Kashmir is the cheapest at 6.33 crore rupees. The Supreme Court asked the government to complete the 2G airwaves auction by the 11th of January 2013 and allowed those carriers whose licenses are set to be revoked to operate until the 18th of Jan. The Apex Court earlier cancelled 122 licenses, saying that they were given off at throwaway prices to corporates and set an August 31st deadline.
The court clearly disapproved of the dilatory tactics of the government and also said that if you don't conform to the date of January 11th and complete all the auction formalities by then and conduct the auction, then we shall suo moto take notice of contempt against government officials who failed to carry out the court order. The time limit has been extended because the government has done no work at all, and therefore it's a necessity that the time limit has to be extended. But the time limit they wanted the government wanted still an open-ended, that they will try to the best of their ability do the auction within 60 days. The court said that is not acceptable. You have to do it or you will have to face contempt charges, plus that we may impose a fine which may be as high as 1,500 crores rupees on the government to be deposited with the court for appropriate disposal.
On to news from Assam, where normal life was paralyzed by a 12-hour band called by the Bajrang Dal to protest against the violence in Lower Assam districts, where the situation was calm with no fresh incidents reported. The band supporters burned tires and pelted stones at vehicles in different parts of the state, following which the police took nearly 500 of them into preventive custody. Educational institutions, commercial and business establishments, including financial institutions, remained closed, with attendance in government offices very thin. Vehicles remained off the roads, with a few state transport buses running with police escorts. On to news from the west of the country. The police had to resort to a mild lathi charge outside the Gujarat Housing Board office in Ahmedabad after crowds had swelled to collect forms for the state government's affordable housing scheme. Interestingly, the government's announcement comes as a retaliation to the Congress's salvo fired on the same lines, that it will provide affordable housing to the poor people for just 70,000 rupees a house if voted to power. Chaos broke out when it emerged that despite announcements for form disbursement starting today, the forms had still not been printed.
मैं यहाँ फॉर्म लेने के लिए आया था, पर यहाँ लाइन लगी हुई थी, मैं लाइन में खड़ा था। 1 घंटे जैसा खड़ा रहा, लेकिन ये अफवाह थी और यहाँ आके सब ये कुछ फॉर्म कुछ मिल नहीं रहा है।
23 तारीख के दिव्य भास्कर में कुछ छपा था कि ये 27 तारीख को फॉर्म यहाँ से देंगे घर का घर के हिसाब से, तो वो फॉर्म यहाँ हाउसिंग बोर्ड को देने के लिए पब्लिक की भीड़ जमा हुई है। लेकिन आज के दिन में हमने वहाँ से खातरी कर ली है, यहाँ कोई फॉर्म के वितरण होने वाला नहीं है, यहाँ से कोई फॉर्म जाने वाला ही नहीं है। ये पब्लिक को रॉन्ग मैसेज गया है।
Moving on, Pakistani authorities have sent 2 requests to India to allow defense lawyers to cross-examine key witnesses in the 2008 Mumbai attacks case, saying any failure to do so could allow the accused in the country to go scot-free. The country's investigation agency has asked that the Defence Council should be allowed to cross-examine surviving attacker Ajmal Kasab, Chief Investigation Officer Ramesh Mahali, along with Ganesh Dhanraj and Chintaman Mohite, the 2 doctors who performed the autopsies of slain attackers. Pakistan Prime Minister Raja Parvez Ashraf reached Pakistan Supreme Court to face a charge of contempt of court for refusing to reopen graft cases against President Asif Ali Zardari. Ashraf's predecessor Yusuf Raza Gilani was convicted of contempt and disqualified by the Apex Court in June for refusing to reopen the cases against Zardari. Legal experts have said that Ashraf could face the same fate as Gilani. It's another short break for now. We'll be right back soon.